do any beast at beast shapes. At second level, it was at a 4th, no flying or swimming speeds. 4th level, it was half a CR, so no flying speeds. And at 8th level, I can do a combat rating of 1, so like giant eagles.
So what you're telling me is you can't become a freaking Allosaurus?
Yes, I cannot become a Tarrasque.
Not a Tarrasque, an
Man,
Allosaurus. Like,
can you at
Tarrasques are even
Can you at
beyond
least
them.
become a T-Rex?
I want to be a T-Rex.
Technically, you can become a Tarrasque.
Technically.
You need to find one and then cast True Polymorph.
Yep. No, wait, True Polymorph is locked by CR, and I think Tarrasques are CR 30. So even that wouldn't work.
I don't care. I want to be a Tarrasque.
That's the point where you use a wish spell, I guess.
I want to be giant dinosaur! I want to crush the largest city under my foot.
Why do I feel like we're gonna end up like coming across an area that's just a bunch of druids that are cursed to stay as dinosaurs in a park?
The Jurassic Park.
Yes, we're gonna come.
No, we have to be legally distinct. The Triassic Park.
Triassic Park. I love how Ryoka has so much health. It's not okay.
I like that I'm a caster and have lots of health.
Why is there so many dice?
Because
math rocks!
Why do you have 42 sets of math rocks?
As we will start kicking ourselves into it, we have, for starters, Way of the Drunken Fist.
Hi.
We have Bagpipes.
I thought it was buckets.
Doesn't matter.
You will earn that title when you earn the title again.
Here.
We then have French Horn.
Hola.
Have our absolutely lovely and adorable glow stick minion.
Oh.
Great.
Well said. Well said. We have Go Captain My Captain.
Wait, we have a captain?
Beth.
Beth, I believe that's your cue.
Sorry, my Discord froze.
We have
It's always something.
Responding.
We have the non-furry elf. Come on, I said you weren't a furry this time. Come on. Come on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but wouldn't that mean we have to call the Dragonborn Scalies?
I see nothing wrong with this.
I fully support this.
Volus, do you mind just kind of like pinging if you weren't going to talk? Just ping. Be great.
Yeah, if I randomly cut out and stuff like that, I will probably ping into no mic. So just a little FYI, just to start let people know.
Alright. I think Jose's with us. He's just he's feeling a bit down today, from what I've been told. So we'll just let him. We'll let him coast today.
I'm here. I'm just quiet.
Oh, now he responds, bastard.
Yes, because I wasn't having a headache earlier.
That's
You
fair.
mean you were
Then we have our last, but certainly not least, the hungry Dragonborn.
Hello. I'm here.
Hungry.
Ooh, food.
Now I can't stop thinking of Narim like on a hungry hippo set. God damn it.
Instead of the hippo mounts, it's just
It's just different colored nerds. Wait, why are there 4 of them?
Which is the real one?
Which is the real name?
Can only tell
Nerem
by
gets the
making the beat.
simulacrum.
Wait, what color Dragonborn is Nerem?
Nerem's blue.
Oh, I don't know why I thought he was a black Dragonborn.
So
No, he's like the way he described himself originally kind of made it seem he was like a black dragon, but he's like blue shading on purple. If you get what I mean.
No, I'm blue with orange
Plot
freckles,
twist,
but
Rowan is
hey.
colorblind and he's not really sure what color there is.
Oh god.
He just goes along with it.
So you mean to tell me I'm a color shifting dragonborn?
Oh boy.
Yes. Oh, that
No,
would be
you're
so
not
cool.
a color shifting. I said you are blue, but you had a tinge of purple.
Is this
Well,
the homebrew idea that we were talking
the
about
tinge
earlier?
of purple is just when he blushes.
Mom said it was my
He has
turn
like
on the
orange
homebrew.
spots. Jesus
but
Christ.
also, because so Nerem is blue, blue, but kind of looks almost like purple. Oh my goodness, I nearly said Thorn. Zoram is, I guess, one of the many shades of gold, brown,
Brass,
bronze,
copper, whatever.
Well, what's his breath attack?
He's lightning.
Okay, yeah. So he's
He's
either
brass.
yeah,
He's yellow.
He's breathe.
He's yellowish copper.
Interesting that we both have
If
lightning breath.
anybody says Auburn, I will fucking shoot you.
Auburn?
It's Auburn.
Why the fuck would you?
Auburn?
Who would come up with Auburn? Why Auburn?
All right. As we pick into it, I think we will start off with a little bit of an indentation of so far what's happened for those of you who were not here for the last time, or for those of you who just need a recap on what happened. As we come back to our intrepid adventuring party, who last seen in the sewers of the city of Port Ivy, after finding some sort of a weird, shall we say, encasement down there, dealing with a rather large spider's nest that seemed to have been infested with some sort of a yellowish ichor. After dealing with this ichor and clearing out from what you could tell seemed to be the blockage you were sent down to collect your dues from. Upon further investigation, further into the sewers as the other, just to clear out, making sure your work complete, finding a small inlaid stone that seemed to be covered in some fine runic elements. Unsure as to what exactly they meant. Zoram, you took a closer look at it and managed to take it with you. After escaping the sewers and getting themselves clean through some handiwork at a local bath,
Freaking
we
fonts.
currently pick up as the party is getting out of the. But after just exiting through the bathhouse, you exit out onto the street. All of you, your clothes have been cleaned. The smell of shit and still water is no longer filling the air as you're now out in the open city. And we will pick up there.
Guess Rayoka's just gonna start. Either we turn in this bounty, or we go get a drink. I say we go get a drink.
I say we turn in the bounty and then get drinks.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
how
Then we
about
have
you get-
money
we get a
for
pay?
drink.
Exactly.
All right.
For once,
So,
Iris and Zoram are on the same page.
All right. So, turning in the quest or the job,
Turning in
Easy.
the quest, I do believe.
easy. Heading your way back towards the Crown's Hall. You do find a familiar small posting of about 2 wardens out the front. You previously hadn't noticed them because they weren't there the first time you ran into a couple of interesting characters in front of the Cell Swords board. You are allowed inside, and eventually you're able to meet with one of the speakers. This one isn't the one you met with before. Seems to be a human, relatively tall. Gangly around, seems to be about maybe early 30s, late 20s. Some elements of salt and pepper starting to grow in, but he kind of walks up. All right, so, and you have some sort of implementation to the creature and or blockage has been dealt with for the completion of this contract.
I'm gonna pull out the slime the almost acidic slime that I bottled up. So
Pull that out. He takes a look at it. Oh, almost looks like the stuff we've been having to deal with. Right. Now we'll have that checked out. And then I believe upon the completion of this contract would be 150 gold. I will go and retrieve that for you.
Each?
No, 150 gold.
it'll be fine.
How much gold is that for each of us?
Not enough.
I agree.
That's like about 22-ish? No, less. 21 maybe.
She leans over to Rowan and she's like, you wanna, like, follow him and knock him out?
Hold on, Rowan answers by beginning.
I'm just letting you guys know, you guys are currently within a relatively open establishment that has about 7 to 8 guards, 2
We're
at each
whispering.
doorway and then 1
We're
up at the podium.
whispering to each
I
other.
understand that, but just take in mind of where you are.
Okay, everyone,
Right, okay.
No,
How
it's like
quiet were you
huddle
about
around
this?
me. Huddle around me. Just huddle around me.
Hold on a minute here. Hold on a minute. That's 21 gold per person, and then that's another give or take 40 silver for. Sorry, not 40 silver. That's give or take another 4 silver per person. So 21 and then 4 silver per person. And then 2 copper. Don't judge me, I did the math.
I don't think they're judging you. I think they're just going to judge you on being a nerd and saying good job.
While
If we're
Rowan and
rounding up,
I
that's
plan
three.
a heist in like 5 seconds.
If we're rounding up, that's 3 copper, but I'm not gonna be the one to do that, you know.
I'd like to cast invisibility on myself in order to follow the person retrieving our money.
And this is how we get
Currently have like 3 people watching you disappear. Make a stealth check.
Gotcha.
Watch it follow 20.
Wait, so he's doing. So hold on a minute. Because invisibility gives you advantage, he's doing it with disadvantage because they're aware of him.
So it neutrals out
Yeah,
and he just
so
has
it's
to
a
roll.
normal roll.
All right. Well, hold on. I fuck. That
Yeah,
is
it's not a good
19. Plus,
All right.
so that's 26.
Wow, okay.
I put bad ideas into his head. I'm sorry.
But very bad idea.
Casually drops the F-bomb.
As you
19!
all huddle around, as you all huddle around, suddenly you just see as Rowan suddenly has this, that's an idea. And then his hands make some sort of arcane motion, and you watch as he suddenly vanishes.
I must go. My people need me.
No.
You hear kind of a grimace and almost what sounds to be some sort of like exclamation from the guards. It's like, what? as some of them do notice that he just suddenly disappears.
Act natural! Act natural!
I need to see something. Give me a sec. Oh
Ryoka
no!
just tries to act natural like Rowan was never there in the first place.
Nerem doesn't even know if that Rowan went invisible.
Hold on, I'm gonna roll to
Where?
see if like
Wait.
if I even
Okay,
noticed.
Wait,
make a
yeah.
perception
Hold up.
check.
Everyone's
Zora, make
got
a
me.
perception check.
I
I'm
want to
gonna
roll
see
too.
if I noticed if he even left.
I have a
question.
+6 in perception, so that's 13. I don't see him.
No, it's suddenly he's there and then he's gone.
Well,
What's my perception? So 14 plus 4, so that's 18.
you don't notice.
He's there and then he's gone.
Oh yeah.
Where did he go?
I put Ryoka just goes. Shh, it's him.
Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go?
Timmy fell down the well.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Good written. No. I'm
And this is how we get sent to prison.
I wish Clyde still had like those cinnamon sticky buns so he could just like start going around being like, "Come on out, Rowan. I gotta
Can I roll to see which guards noticed?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Okay, while everyone's doing this, I'm just gonna quickly
That's a
IRL do some
22.
laundry.
You look around. About like 3 out of the 7 guards seem to have noticed his disappearance.
So you're saying they're groups of 2, right?
Yeah,
Did a group of 2 notice?
it's been scattered about. It's like
Oh, okay.
some of them were paying attention, some of them weren't. And then when he disappeared, it's like, what the?
She goes over to one of the ones that noticed, and she's like, "So, you enjoy your job?"
That's a
Is
weird
it-
question to
And
ask.
It's
you
fun.
walk up to him and you just kind of put your hands on your hips and kind of walk it up to him loungily. He gives you an odd look. Why asking?
Just wondering, standing around doesn't seem too fun to me, but to each their own.
It's not very much fun, but sure hell beats waiting out there and begging.
Do you like go home and drink and have fun after work, or are you just like here every day?
Look, I'm here to
Fun.
stand guard. I'm not here to answer your questions. Go sit the down.
I just want conversation. I don't know what's wrong with that.
And I don't. So go sit down.
God, don't need to be so rude. She moves to the next guard she notices. Saw Rowan.
You go over to the next guard and he just kind of looks. He's still looking over in the area where Rowan disappeared from. He's like scratching the top of his helmet like stuff.
So, what's your name?
What? Hi.
Hi.
What can I do for you?
I'm asking what your name is.
Holden?
Well, Holden, you want to go get a drink later?
Like he gets visually taken aback by this. Make a persuasion check.
Oh God!
Make a persuasion check.
Something
Where's
tells me
the-
that Roka is not
Where's
good at persuasion.
Does a 14 work?
He again like goes up and like scratches his head and then like puts his hand on the back of his neck. Sure, I guess.
Hey, I'll possibly see you after work. She shoots some finger crossbows and walks away.
Walk off. He looks extremely disturbed. He just kind of like happily walk off.
Final guard.
You walk over to him. He's actually been paying attention to you walking to each guard. He's looking at you a bit suspiciously.
She's like,
I think in the background you
"So?"
just see face palms everywhere.
You got
My
some shiny armor.
I'm so like my character's like so confused what's happening. They have no idea what they're doing. It's like, what the heck is going on?
What we do best. Chaos.
Also, game, can you please quickly look into PMs real quick?
I'm a true neutral character in a party that is just pure chaos. There's no good, there's no neutral, there's no evil, it's just chaos.
Welcome to the
That's
party.
the way it's supposed to be.
You best believe in chaos. You're in it.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. So, but she goes up to the third guard and she's like, "So you got some shiny armor. Polish it often?"
He, like, looking at you, just kind of squints his brow and leans back. So, what kind of questions you have for the others, eh?
I asked one if he liked his job. I asked the other for a drink after work, and now I'm asking you if you polish your armor often.
All right. Let's say, I'll answer your question. If you answer why one of your friends is missing.
She looks to the group. I don't know what you're talking about. We're all here.
Make a deception check. I'll say due to the nature of this and how high this guard rolled for perception, I'd say at disadvantage.
I have a question.
I have to roll at disadvantage?
Yeah, he openly disappeared.
This is very fair.
Can I help her with Can I help her with this?
You're too far away. You don't know what she's doing.
Nah.
Well, one's a 19. Let's hope the other's a 20.
It's like it's a natural 20.
The other is a 5, and I have.
Oh no.
Or not. Sorry, not 5. 15.
Oh,
15. All right.
Yeah, if it was a 5, that'd be an oh no.
I don't. Okay, so. Because I lost my train of thought. Okay, 15. That's an 18.
Brain.exe has stopped working.
Right, because I said 5 because I thought I had a +5 in deception, so I got my words mixed up.
You mixed up your merds.
Because I have a +5 in athletics, which is above deception.
All right.
You have quite a few between them, you know. Oh wait, no, athletics. I thought acrobat. Brain.exe also is working.
So I rolled an 18.
18. Okay. So, guard just kind of stands there. He's giving you a once over.
She's just innocently smiling.
I don't think that's possible for Ryoka to innocently smile.
So you are all here. What's with the questions?
I'm just curious. I don't see guards. Well, not that I don't see guards often. I just don't get to talk to them often.
Nobody wants to talk to the guards.
Right?
So what's the
You guys-
change in mind?
It's not a change in heart. I'm just respecting the people that keep the town safe.
Right. Right.
So
Like most people think.
This one.
Like most people think.
I don't know. Cyan's pretty sus right there.
Say, I don't think you answered my question. Do you polish your armor often?
I asked first.
No, you didn't.
I don't think.
This guard has ultra instincts.
Wait, she seems a little perplexed for a second. What was your question again? Like, actually confused because I forgot the question.
Seeing as how you don't have an answer for me, I guess I will provide you with an answer for yourself. I'll keep that for myself. Thank you very much.
Suit yourself. And then she just walks back
I
over.
think I will.
She just walks back over to the group, like,
What were you doing?
winking at the guard she invited out for a drink.
Like he looks away from you and just kind of like whistles, like he looks away, just whistles.
That was the question.
Great, Rilke, I have a question. Were the
Yeah.
conversations like at least the conversation with the second guard loud enough to where the other party members would have heard it?
She wasn't trying to hide it.
I mean the acoustics in here aren't perfect, but I mean some of the stuff does echo. I mean most of the stuff in here is stone and wood, so I mean you would hear bits and pieces of it. I mean you could hear. Say you have a what? You have a 12 in your passive perception?
No, I think I have a 10. Yeah, I have 10.
You could hear most of it. You wouldn't be able to get the full gist of it. You just know she was asking him a question.
Okay, so
What?
yeah, what's going on over there?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing.
Can
you
I
need to
tell
worry
that
about.
you're up to no good just on that?
I
Make
think
an
that's
insight check. Sure. Make an insight check.
I think I've been around them long enough to know when they're up to no good.
you mean every time?
We breathe no good. What do you think?
Now here's the thing: bold of you to assume that we're ever up to good.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Okay, what's my insight? Okay, so I have +2 wisdom, but do I have a +4 to insight? No, I have a +2 to wisdom, so that's just a dirty 20.
Make a deception check. Right, okay.
18, 19, 20, 21.
Oh wow.
Barely.
She seems to be telling the truth. As far as you can tell, you're looking at everything you can gather from the body language and how she's talking. She seems to be telling the truth.
I don't know why. I just imagine Ryoka as the type that anytime she's saying something mildly serious, to just be breakdowns at the same time. I just got that mental image for some reason.
Why?
I don't know.
All right.
Okay,
So-
if you really say so. But I'm not trusting you anyways.
So, we got our pay. Wanna divvy it
Well,
up
I
here or like later on?
I mean, we're waiting for it still.
Waiting. Yeah, we're waiting for
Oh,
it.
right.
Yeah, which in the meantime, I'm still following that guard.
He's not really a guard. He's more of like a employee of the nobles. He's not much. He's not much in the ranks of the guards. He's more of a he's probably like an aide to the mayor if you're thinking of it like government bodies.
Weak and vulnerable, just like I am. Wait, hold on. No.
You say that, but it turns out that
You've
he's a
already
fucking
said
level
it.
20
You
fighter.
already said it.
No.
You've already said it.
No.
Why do you always do that to yourself?
I don't know.
You already said it.
I have a peculiar set of skills that is not good at all.
Again?
No, you don't.
Jeez.
All right. So, as you follow your way through, it seems to be a pretty relatively Spartan building. Most of the things in here aren't really for decoration. You do find a couple of interesting pieces around, mostly artwork. Most of it seeming to depict maps and other variations of what seems to be some sort of a lore, like famous knights or something of that order. Following through, you do follow this individual as aide back towards one of the back rooms. It's fairly busy back here. It's multiple, what seems to be scribes in the back, currently working on what looks to be a lot of administrative work. And as you finally get to the back, heavy oak doors opened up, and he walks into it and closes it behind him. But other than that, as you follow him through, and you get a decent way into the building. And from what you can tell, nobody seems to notice that you're there.
Alright. So is this like the final destination, this room?
It seems to be. It's like this is mainly the back of the building. This is not up top. This is the back of the building. I mean, there is an extra floor to this. You just don't know how to get there, really.
Alright. Would it be possible to create like is the path there simple enough to like make some form of, just quick mental map of how to get back there?
I mean, it's pretty easy to remember. It's not like it's some intricate dungeon trap. It's literally just a hallway.
Alright. I'd wait then for this person to get the gold and then follow them back out. This time taking like account of any specific, I guess, paintings or something I could use to reference the room in the future.
Make a survival check for this.
Alright. Like just to see if there's any paintings next to this. That is oh god, that's not good. Survival. Oh, that's
We're
just
gonna commit
7
a
then.
heist later.
Looking around from most of what you can see, it seems most of these paintings aren't really there to be removed. Most of them seem to be put there when the building was first made. So a lot of them look really old. It doesn't seem like they're removable, though.
Yeah, I'm not planning to remove them. Just like keep them in mind so I know where to go once I come back here.
Well, it's pretty easy. As I said before, it's pretty much just a hallway back. It's not like it's some sort of intricate dungeon trap, like I said.
So no side doors?
There are a couple of side doors, yeah.
Alright, but that one's like big door.
Yeah, big door at the back. It seems to be where the wherever this transaction is taking place for the aide to come back, get whatever it is, come back out to you guys.
Good. Alright.
After about 6-7 minutes, you guys waiting there, you actually see as the aide comes back with what seems to be a small chest. And it looks to be a little lock box, and he comes back and sets it on the table and kind of pulls out a little key and opens it for you. Inside seems to be about 2 sacks. Each one seems to be full of gold pieces. And he takes it out and puts it on the table for you and closes the lockbox. So, I believe this is for you.
Indeed it is.
Yeah, Rowan would just take the chance to like sneak out of the building while they were talking. Like,
Okay. It's easy enough. Nobody really seems to know you're there, and nobody's really looking for you anymore. So you just exit out. It's weird when the door opens and closes by itself. You do get one of the guards kind of like, what? But you manage to get out.
So, should we just divvy this up at the tavern? Or should we do it now?
I mean, it's up to you guys.
Tavern
I'd not
it
agree,
is!
then.
Ryoko goes to, like, grab the sacks of gold.
Okay, yeah, they're pretty hefty. They seem to be full of about 150 combined. Yeah. Each one would be about 75 gold pieces each, so they're relatively hefty sacks. They don't weigh much, but they're pretty hefty.
She takes the gold and starts to walk out, expecting the party to follow.
Yeah. You guys make your way out, and you just see one of the guards is currently like fuddling with the door, like opening and closing it, and then stepping away and watching it.
Could Rowan just really quick push the door, then like back away really quickly? Just
Make a make a sleight of hand check. Make a sleight of hand check.
like as he's like doing this, the moment he lets it close the door again, just push against it and then back away, just to confuse him a bit.
Sure,
That is
go for it.
14 plus 7, so 21.
21. As he's like fuddling with the door, you walk up and just push on it, and he kind of backs away, like, what the fuck? Like, pushes on the door again, and as you guys walk by, he just like opens the door for you and lets you on your way out. He looks concerned, to say the least.
As he should.
Could I wait so he's not at the door again to just like repeatedly open and close it like Minecraft door spam style?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Make a stealth check for this if you're gonna do that.
That
is
poor
18.
guard.
Oh god, they're getting worse and worse. My luck is running out.
It's time
Stop
to
before it's
It
stop.
gone.
seems very convincing. You head up and you just like open the door, close it, open, close, open, close, and the guard just backs away from the door. Just backs away from it, just watching it. He's just watching the doors rapidly opening and closing. Even some of the other guards just kind of lean forward and like listen as the doors just.
At that point, I just run
Seem to
away.
concern a lot of people within the building.
At that point, I just run away and just walk next to the party while I'm visible until we're further away.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. You manage to find an alleyway that kind of curves off from where the party is, and you can become visible there.
Yeah, that way, at that point, I just drop the invisibility and just continue walking as if nothing happened.
Yeah, it's easy enough. Nobody really from the outside saw you. I mean, they did see it kind of weird that a door was opening and closing, but other than that, nobody really saw you.
Buckets, buckets and messing with doors.
I suppose we're going to the next closest tavern to here then.
The next closest tavern, this would be make an investigation check. Whoever is leading this expedition.
I suppose it's me because I left first. I got a +1.
Ryoko's just the unofficial leader now.
Yep, that's a 12.
12. All right. You managed to find a small establishment, it's like 5 or 6 blocks away. It's called the Buckets or the Bucks Tap.
Aw.
Bucks Tap.
Got me excited, man. You can't do that to me.
Well, why?
He was gonna say the buckets.
Oh.
She
No,
strides
it's
on
the
in.
Bucks Tap.
She strides on in and looks for a table
Right on,
big
there's
enough to.
About
to
10
order.
patrons in there.
Oh.
It's a decent establishment. It's a bit lively. There's about 10 or so patrons in. The owner or the barkeep at the moment seems to be a relatively nice-looking half elf.
A lot of half elves.
Seems to be
Halflings.
a lot of half elves around here. You actually see almost a strawberry blonde, and she's currently helping out around the bar. You can see there's about 3 patrons at the bar. The rest of them seem to be scattered about some of the tables. There's currently a game what looks to be some kind of cards going on, but other than that, it seems to be open range.
I would like to wait. Actually, no, never mind.
So can I find a table big enough to seat the party?
Yeah, it's easy enough. There's not really like much in the way of anybody blocking you here, so you can like even if you wanted to, you could pull 2 tables together. It'll cause a bit of noise and get a couple of people like look in your direction, but you won't really disturb anybody. But you managed to get like a close enough semblance of a party sit together.
She sets the sacks of gold down and she's like, "What do you say? 150? And she like puts her fingers out. She tries to do the math on her fingers.
The half-elven barkeep comes around. Hi, could I do anything for you? Are you guys looking for anything? What can I get you?
Round of drinks.
Certainly. What are you looking for? Hard, soft, or somewhere in between?
Hard. I want to see how drunk I can get the captain.
That's fair. The rest of you? Or is she ordering for all of you?
They're gonna regret it if I order for all of them.
Clyde just chimes up with a surprise me because he's never drinking before.
Oh, you poor
With
summer
the
child.
familiar surprise me as your bardic charm inspires the bar.
Yeah, I'll take a hard drink, please.
I'll take
About
something
3 minutes later, you have your drinks delivered. Most of it's pretty hard. You are actually decently surprised, Clyde. It seems to be almost a honeyed mead. Seems to be very sweet to the taste, and it burns just enough to be decent. Not top shelf, but definitely decent.
Mm-hmm.
She walks back as she finishes delivering the last few tankards. And the whole thing will run you just about 4 silver pieces.
Vioka just slides over a gold piece from one of their sacks that have yet to be divided.
Put it out there. And she takes it. Oh, would you like some change?
Yeah, keep it. I'm feeling friendly.
Thank you. And she actually walks back behind the tavern or the bar and kind of puts it in between a little sack that seems to be underneath the bar.
Cute.
And you all seem to be relatively left alone. Most of the people in the tavern seem to be keeping to themselves. I would say, Royok, I believe you have the highest passive. I think you have a high 13 passive perception.
I have a 16 passive wisdom.
16. I was 3 up. You do see in the back, it looks like back corner of the tavern, there seems to be 2 individuals talking to each other, and they seem to be talking relatively close. And they're keeping it at such a volume that it's decently hard to hear.
And she hums lightly, takes note of it, but then proceeds to divide out the gold. Which
As you counting out the gold, seems to be 75 in each of these little pouches. Now 74 and 75 because you did pay out the gold piece. So with the total being 149 gold pieces, I believe that would come out.
It's still 21 gold pieces for
it'd be about
everyone, and
21
then
per
spared. Yeah, and then spare 2 gold.
We can use that gold for more drinks.
4, 5, 6.
You see as Rowan's speaking up as he's currently just like,
He's just stretching.
Ryoka just like tosses the last 2 coins on the table and just lets whoever wants them take them.
I'd like to take them as quickly as possible.
You're a gold goblin.
We're just gonna not mention to him the, 4 gold bars that we have on the ship. We're just that I have to cash in still.
How much did we get paid for that job with the?
It was, I think it
Not
was 5.
enough.
Oh my god, you're still writing on that? Really?
Yes.
Jeez.
I mean, you know, I didn't see any part of that payment.
None of
Because
us
I
did.
have to.
Where did we get paid? How did we get paid?
I gotta go cash out the freaking
Captain
gold.
doesn't pay us. I say we have a revolution.
I have
Viva
to
la
go.
revolution.
Hold
I
up.
have to go
Come
get
on.
the-
Are you saying this all in character?
Except the Viva la revolution, no. The rest, yes.
Yes.
Game, are you saying this in character?
She's half joking, but like, overthrow the captain as she takes a drink and raises her flask.
Har har, very funny. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, It's like the captain doesn't pay us. Viva la revolution! You get a couple of weird looks from
May I
some of the
take
other
this-
patrons. They seem to be sailors themselves. Just kind of look over in the direction of the table.
You see Nero just looking over. You know,
May I
if I
soft-
didn't know how much you could drink, I'd say you already had too much, but then again,
Oh,
you
oh,
keep surprising
sweetheart,
me with
I
the
can
amounts
drink
you
more
can.
than this.
No, I know,
May I-
believe you me.
May I
I'm
pat
just
Miyako
always
on the
amazed at
back?
how brash you are, even when you're not intoxicated.
Lenora,
Honestly, I wish I could always be intoxicated, but you know, we all can't get what we want.
May I pat
Looks over to
Miyako on the
Zoram.
back? Just
Why
to,
are
like,
you
calm her
patting-
down, and at the same time cast this fantastic new homebrew.
Wait, what? There's immediate concern.
And make her socks nice and moist.
What do you mean? I don't think Mayoko wears socks.
Underwear then.
Oh,
Oh god.
Oh.
why?
Oh wow.
that is wrong on so many levels.
As Rowan reaches over, just pats you on the back, suddenly you just don't really feel comfortable. Like it feels like you just got out of the pool, but only from your breeches. It's like everything else feels dry, but like
No.
it just feels like you just got out of the pool.
She looks at Ronan and like holds up her mug like she's about to smash it over his head.
Like to just return a look of like, is anything wrong?
I wonder. You want to explain?
Explain what?
You know what? I think this is the one time I'm gonna keep quiet, but you're gonna regret it later.
Why am I gonna regret it? I didn't do anything.
You're gonna regret it later.
Hey. If I have to regret something that I didn't do, I'm not telling you where to go.
Oh, you know what you did.
I don't know what I did.
You know exactly what you did.
All right, tell me what I did then.
Can I dump the rest of my drink on his head?
Spill it over, and Rowan, you finally have this feeling that you're just this lukewarmish, warm liquid just pouring down your face and down your clothes, and it's sticky. It seems to be sweet, but it's as it just drains down your face.
She goes to grab another tankard and continue drinking.
There.
Preferably just grab his tankard.
Yeah, I grab his tankard particularly.
You just go over. It's like you're mid-drink, and suddenly you feel Ryoka's hand grab the base of it and just pull it out of your hand. So it's you're
No, I
like
was
you're
saying
trying to drink from
Ronan's,
it, so
not
you keep
Nero.
leaning forward, trying to get it. Oh, Rowan. Okay,
Yes,
I thought you said Nero.
Ronan's. No,
I was
I-
gonna have to say, if you're taking Naram's drink, Iris would give Naram her drinks to kind of replace it, like
But so
Nero
Rowan, as
goes
you
to
sit there,
fucking-
not only do you have this lukewarmish liquid just running down your head, you watch as your drink is just grabbed from your front and put in front of Ryoka.
my motives are beyond your comprehension.
and she proceeds to guzzle down his tankard of whatever.
Come on! Come on, Zoram. Why are you like this?
It's very easy. You just grab it and down it. It's not exactly the same hard that you had, but it's decent. It's not the same burn.
And after she drinks, she goes to go over to the very suspicious people in the corner. She's like, "What you two talking about?"
As you stumble your way over, like you guys have been getting progressively louder and louder. and they seem to have stopped their conversation. Looks over at you. From what you hadn't noticed previously, one of these individuals seems to be a relatively older gentleman, maybe early 50s, late 40s. Very almost chin strap beard, seems to be very thick and somewhat well kept. Bald head, but seems to be missing his left eye.
God damn it!
No eye patch, just missing his eye. And the guy he's talking to seems to be a relatively fine. Both of them seem to be human. The individual he's talking to seems to be a relatively stout-looking guy. Looks to be almost like a guard. You see underneath the cloak there actually seems to be some sort of like a warden's armor. But other than that, it just their conversation seems to have stopped. Or they're just looking at you. The man with the chin strap kind of. There is nothing we are talking about. If you wish to bring it up with someone else in the town, you might
I mean,
talk with them.
when I walked in here, you two were all, hush hush. I'm curious. You want to share?
Yeah, we were talking. We are friends. There's nothing around that is peculiar or interesting. It's the conversation. But if you wish, you may. He looks like a fine fellow, and he points back over to Rowan. You might keep your conversation with him.
No. He's not. He's not a fine fellow whatsoever. She shoots a glare over to him. And it's like, and looks back to them. I'm just curious. I want to know.
The
You
guard
can
actually
literally tell me anything, and I'll walk away.
The guard clears his throat. And, bro, it's been nice meeting you again. And he sticks his hand out to both shake hands, and he walks off.
I guess, considering how this is gonna, how Ryoka is the prime causer of bar fights. I'm gonna stand up and kind of make my way out of the tavern.
I would
You
like to.
stand up and cautiously make your way out of the tavern, pretty much at the same time as the guard is leaving. So as you make it to the door with the guard, you pass outside the doors. And sees the guard kind of takes off down the street. But you exit the establishment as your survival instincts kick in.
Does this guard look suspicious?
Make an insight check.
No, something seems a little sus here. That's cocked. Okay, 17 plus my wisdom plus 2, so that's math.
19.
19. I'm just like, that's math.
That's too much for my brain to handle right now.
What you can tell seems to be a stand-up individual. I mean, most of the guards around her you've seen are pretty much like dicks, or they're just been normal people.
This seems like a normal guard.
Can't really tell. Yeah, this seems like a normal guy.
I guess, well, I wait for the inevitable calamity. I'm going to just go around the bar looking for rocks.
Make an investigation check looking for a rock.
Don't judge me.
I am judging you so hard right now.
At least we're not underground.
At least you're not carrying buckets as
He
well.
pulls a rock out of the side of the building, it collapses.
Wait, we can combine our powers to fill a bucket with rocks.
That's
Unlimited
okay.
power.
So
I am the rock
perception.
lord.
So you said perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Okay. Investigation. That's a +5. That's 23.
Oh my
23.
God.
As you wait around the outside of the tavern for the following calamity that you hopefully and wishfully think that will not be arriving upon this tavern. You managed to find a rock that's just about the size of your palm.
Okay. How heavy is it?
It's maybe about 2.5 pounds, 3 pounds.
Okay, I'm just gonna add that to my inventory.
As you actually are searching around the building, you get a slight vibration from the rock that's in the pouch. Again.
Does it seem to react to anything?
Make a perception check.
I'll be honest, I completely forgot about that pebble for a moment.
You're collecting so many rocks, you forget which ones you have.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so you said perception? You said perception?
Yeah.
Okay, just double checking. That's
Yes.
+4 and 19. So it's 19.
19. Kind of take it out of your pouch and you walk back through your path. Nothing seems to be alerting it. Nothing seems to be attracting it. It just seems to be vibrating every so often.
Okay, it just seems to. Actually, does it seem to have like a set time of how long it takes before it vibrates again? Does it seem to just?
On the basis of your perception check, I'd say you recognize it's been doing this like maybe every 45-ish minutes.
Okay. I'm just doing the big think here. Would it be who's inhaling their mic?
Did Vientus fall asleep?
I think he might have.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think I'll mute him for now, and when he's alive, I'll tell him to ping me.
Or you could just disconnect him from the call so he doesn't have to hear our obnoxious voices, because he might have
But
fallen
how
his
else is he
headphones in.
supposed to wake up?
So sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a moment because of snoring.
You actually, as you poke your head back into the tavern, you all watch as Vientus or Volus just kind of right into the table and just starts softly snoring.
Clyde'll just pat his back.
Ryo
being
kind of like
"There,
turns
there,
to like
buddy."
see what just happened and just like.
Who was drinking, eh?
Nerem is just concerned. Like,
Iris
is
sighs
he
and
is he
just-
okay? Is everything all right?
Make a medicine check as he currently just face down on the table.
Clyde's just gonna pat his back, being like, "There, buddy,
Oh,
it's okay."
Okay, that
As he's like
is
face planted.
straight roll. That's a 19.
You're not sure. He seems to be okay. Everything's fine on the outside. The no wounds that you can find. Nothing seems to be, or seems to have taken him away. He doesn't seem to be poisoned. Just seems to have been unconscious.
So
Can I attempt to pick him up so I could take him back to the ship so he can just sleep there?
Well, Nerem's gonna help you with that.
No need to pay for a tavern room.
Not only that, maybe he's safer there.
I was gonna say, does it seem to almost be like a beacon? I guess.
Great, we can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Oh.
He gone. He back.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
How's that? Are we good? Yes.
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
ladies and gentlemen, Discord.
Yes.
Woo! It's
Right.
lovely, isn't it?
Say, Zoram, as you're outside and you just kind of poke your head in and watch as this kind of trickles down, you do feel like a slight kind of pittering of rain that seems to start falling. You hear a distant rumble of thunder.
Yes.
I swear.
I can't click accept, and it's annoying.
Does it seem to be caused by magic or something?
It seems to be magical, yeah.
The storm?
No, the stone. The stone. That's what I was telling you about. The rest of it seems to be like a storm is coming.
Okay.
Welcome.
I'm just thinking here. Does it seem like just a natural storm then? Just something
Make an
real
arcana
quiet?
check.
Okay. Scooty bat and butter. Okay, and my arcana is a +7. And that's a 12, so that is 19. Oh my goodness, what did someone just do?
Why? Why did you
What?
do that?
Just
How did
happened.
Poppy
Oh,
flipped the
Poppy
table.
flipped the table.
How did you flip the table?
There's a table flip button,
I did,
and it's not
okay, yeah,
disabled for some reason.
I'm just not gonna touch my mouse anymore. I'm so
Sounds
sorry. I didn't
sounds
mean
like
to.
a plan.
All right. If everything's okay now. It's like children. All right. So, Zoram, as you stay more outside, you're trying to focus on this stone. The rain does start coming harder within like next few 10 so minutes. And you see something that kind of catches your eye a bit. You're not sure, but looks like a humanoid, some sort of a interesting skin tone, with a slight, almost looks to be curved horns.
Interesting, like like almost like a
Seem to
tiefling.
be, yeah, almost like a tiefling.
Are they facing towards me, or
They look like they're coming towards the tavern, just in general.
am I able to like get a good view of this person, like what they look like and stuff?
Make
You cut out for that last bit. Make a what?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Okay. So 16 plus 4. So dirty 20.
From what you can guesstimate from this tiefling, it's hard to tell at the distance, but it looks like they're coming your way. You see a small, looks to be a small carrying sack to the side, heavily brandishing weapons. Looks like to be a relatively well-armed and armored individual, currently covered in heavy cloak. Most you can make out. It's hard to tell what color they are since they seem to be very masked due to the nature of the cloak. They're making their way into the tavern.
So it just can't make much out on them then. I guess I'll let them walk into the tavern, but like I'll follow in shortly after, just to kind of keep an eye on them. Also to get out of the rain.
Does this guy that I'm talking to give me any information, or he's just like,
It's been more of like an awkward staring contest. Like he's been looking at you, just like waiting for you to go.
She sighs and just mumbles, "You're no fun," and walks off to go get another drink.
And you walk off and get another drink from the bar, and she's more than happy to supply it to you. It's going to cost you another silver piece.
Do I actually have silver on me? I give her a silver piece.
And she hands you another tankard of strong drink. It's very tasty, very hard.
And she drinks it happily as she walks back over to the group. And
As you actually walk back over to the group, you see an interesting character walk in. Just kind of side glancing off, it kind of catches your attention for a second. You seem to see what looks to be a dark red tiefling. It seems to be almost a dark red on a. It's hard to say it, but on a lighter scale, almost like a think blood, but a little bit like somebody shining a light over it.
Almost pink kind of idea, but a little bit
almost
darker
like
than that.
Almost like a pink. And two what looks to be almost spiraled horns that seem to come out straightwise.
And she looks over, and pauses, and looks the individual up and down like, who the fuck?
As you currently almost match eyes with this character, you actually see these almost solid yellow honey eyes that look at you.
What color is their hair, out of curiosity?
The hair seems to be almost a lightish purple, seeming to mix in with the pink. It's very interesting. They almost seem to be the same color all throughout.
Okay, 'cause
As you all actually kind of look over, as you see as the tavern door opens, it's kind of like a little bit of thunder just kind of rumbles off in the distance.
Challenge
You
accepted.
see it. Yeah, you see his rain starting to fall outside, and Zoram follows his character in. You see underneath a relatively heavy, what seems to be a leather cloak, you see what looks to be multitudes of arms. You can see swords, you see battle axes, you see hand axes. You aren't sure exactly what, but it seems to be a weapon they seem to be carrying.
She
At
looks.
closer investigation, you see what looks to be a small sack to her, or what seems to be her hip. It looks to be some sort of a small collection bag, and you see it seems to have some sort of a red liquid kind of dripping out from the bottom of it. It seems to be an old liquid.
Old liquid?
It seems like something was dripping through it previously, but since then dried up.
She stops and takes a moment to look at them, just like, well, you're just armed to the teeth, she's a little drunk. You're just armed to the teeth, aren't you?
Spicy.
That's a spicy meatball.
And the spicy meatball.
That's one spicy person I do not want to mess with.
She looks at you. She seems to be the silent type. Durium, if you would like to go ahead and introduce your character.
Yee.
I'm like grinning ear to ear right now because I've been waiting for this for Dream.
Same. Dream, you there?
One moment. She's sending me a message. I need to background stuff.
Well, while this is all going on and being sorted out, I'm gonna quickly get the laundry machine to be quiet.
Well, that's also getting sorted out. I'm gonna go grab a snack.
Be right back.
As he assaults his microphone.
Okay. Tiefling seems to just like ignore you a bit, but then stops and kind of wanders back. Do you know where I might be able to find the Starosta Warden Calgary? I'm looking for the Crown's Hall. I have a bounty. And she kind of brings out the small pouch and puts it back to her hip to collect.
Can you repeat that name again? Well, drunk, you see.
Starosta Warden Calgary. I am looking for him to return the bounty on a couple of individuals that were giving a traveling caravan some issues the other week.
Did you happen to get the bounty from the sellsword board?
I managed to find it somewhere in the city. Not exactly from a board, but I asked around for work and I seem to have found it.
Rowan would just point towards that thing you said was leaking red liquid earlier and just said, "Is that the proof that you killed them?"
And she kind of looks at it and she seems to be relatively open with it, but she does seem defensive of it. Goes back to, yes, and what is it to you?
Nothing. I just have no idea who you're talking about. Or do I?
You gather she's probably talking about one of the aides from the Crown's Hall, where you guys got your original contract to go out and into the sewers. She's probably talking about one that's in a different location in the city. From what you can gather, the only real place, make an intelligence check.
I'd say check Ryoka isn't very intelligent.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that's kind of a given.
11.
11. Most of the work you've seen down here has seemed to be more of in the city, down and grueling work. The only thing you could think of that would actually have bounties would be something of a higher order, maybe even from somewhere in the upper class reaches of the city. You're not sure how she might have gotten there or even gotten that work, but whatever it is, you might have the idea that she needs to go further into the higher parts of the city.
And she hums and she's like, well, it's not the place where we got our bounty. That's for sure. Maybe ask the barkeep? She says it and she brings up her mug and takes a long drink from it, staring at the tiefling, almost like, I want to know what it's like to fight you.
Tiefling looks to be in a sort of defensive stance as you just seem to swell yourself and then just give. She's not sure how to take it as you either look interested or interested to fight. She can't decide which you're trying to put forward.
I would also like to point out that Rowan is like right behind this individual too.
Yeah, you came in right behind her. Yeah.
Rowan just continues staring, seeming kind of suspicious.
Rayaka throws her head back to the barkeep and she's like, order this one a drink on me.
And she kind of looks at you. Oh, all right. What are you drinking? Yeah, whatever is on tap. Barkeep nods. And she walks over and hands the tiefling a drink. Tiefling takes it. Drinks deftly. Not exactly enough to down the whole thing at once, but she's thirsty, to say the least.
You're a thirsty lass, I see.
Oh, jeez.
Clyde's just gonna look over to her in like his slightly drunken state and just like, stop hitting on every person you see. We get it. You want some.
Hitting on anyone! If anything,
Hit
you
on-
should be the one hitting on everyone.
You hit on
What's
the
that
guard.
supposed to mean?
She kind of gives you a slightly right, and you are a very annoying one.
Oh. Oh, so that's how it's gonna go.
I believe
Okay.
it is. Thank you for the drink.
And she
And
grins.
she polishes it off and puts it on the bar. Barkeep, do you know where I might be able to turn these in? And just kind of shows it up. If that's a bounty, you might want to try to the high tops. That's where most of the bounty work is dealt out. I'm not sure how you would have gotten that work without going to the high tops. But Tiefling nods. Very well. Seeming as though I am a bit tired from the day's work, perhaps I can buy your room. How much? Be about 3 silver. Very well. And she takes out 3 silver and just kind of passes it over. Now, if you do not mind, I do have a business to get to.
No. I do mind. After that remark, I want to challenge you.
Clyde's just gonna look over to Ryoka and just being like, take a chill pill.
Ah, shut up. And she raises a finger at him like an angry mother.
Go get another drink and leave this poor lady alone.
Oh, she called me annoying. I want to beat her in an arm wrestle.
To be
And maybe throw her over a table. I don't know yet.
to be fair to her, you are being quite annoying.
And I'm drunk. Is that so?
Clyde's just gonna look to the rest of the party members, just being like, help.
Oh,
I
by
have
the way,
no
how
idea
far?
what those
How far,
nasty
Clyde?
sentences she said.
Wait a second, Grape. Weren't Clyde
Yeah.
and Nerim bringing Valis back to the ship? Are we
Yeah.
back already?
You guys get back as like you guys get back just about as soon as this conversation is starting to spark up. As currently, it's you see as Ryoka's pointing back towards Clyde, like shut up, and she's looking back towards a tiefling. She looks rather intoxicated, and she looks like she has been rather shall we say, talkative to the newcomer that looks to be a relatively large-ish, just maybe about 6 foot tiefling.
Okay, I think that this seems like a good time to step in. Hey, Ryoka, just a word, real quick.
But an arm wrestle. I want an arm wrestle.
You can arm wrestle him.
All right, as this
Well,
is
he
going
just-
on, Zorm kind of comes up and like gets between you, like let's not let's settle this as individuals and go our separate ways. Yes.
I'm not threatening to start a bar fight again. I just want to arm wrestle her.
You sure about that?
Yes.
He just like leans to the side, looks at the tiefling lady. Sorry if she caused any trouble. Pretty.
I'm not
you know.
causing trouble. You're causing trouble. Ryoka seems very offended right now.
I'm sorry. Come on.
No.
Zorm's like, that is how it normally seems to start with you. Perhaps we shall But perhaps we shall let her, the missus, get on her way.
You guys are assholes. She says as she moves to sit down.
We know.
Now I feel bad.
Yeah,
Oh.
Mr. Axe Thrower.
She'll get over it.
Ooh! Oh! Shots fired.
Rowan would
You
just
see
like,
one
scoot
tear
over.
roll down his cheek.
You see the singular tear just kind of rolls down Niram's cheek. Just a lone tear. And then drops and hits the floor. And you hear as the rain starts
Oh my
landing a little
god.
bit harder on the roof.
And the smallest violin in the world is being played in the background.
He just sits
Rowan will
back
just scoot
down.
over to Zornum and just very quietly whisper, "Why do they have a hole?" Just seeming genuinely freaked out by that.
Ryoka's gonna proceed to keep drinking. If anyone doesn't finish their drink,
You
she's
are
gonna
very
finish it for them.
heavily intoxicated. You are now heavily intoxicated.
Hell yeah!
Oh no.
You have disadvantage on all intelligence and wisdom checks. You are immune to fear. You have all strength checks are contested depending upon what you're doing it against.
Alright, let me look at my
And-
feet. Oh,
But
never mind.
yeah, in essence, it's
In essence, you're screwed.
You're drunk.
you have disadvantage on all intelligence and wisdom checks.
If you behave, maybe I'll make you something better than a shiny dart.
Really?
Maybe. We'll see
Aw.
what happens.
Well, I guess I better behave. She says that she just continues to drink.
As you go over to the bar, just like sit down and just keep drinking. It's like, I'll be a good girl, just drinking.
when the
That's a quote. That's a quote. I'll just go. I'll be a good girl. Goes over to the bar and just starts drinking.
when
Somebody quote that.
when a shiny dart can cause a drunk to be behaving.
If it's shiny and it returns.
We'll see what happens.
That sounds a lot unlike your father.
What?
Ryoka didn't have a father.
Exactly.
What if we grab a bar of gold and put returning on that?
I don't think I've ever tried.
Uh-oh. Are we pulling the dollar bill on a
Break
string
this
trick?
Poor man.
You're a genius.
I know.
It's like putting a string on the quarter.
Yeah.
Then I can use this spell multiple times on the same object.
It's free real estate.
It's for your estate.
Well, it sounds like you need a platinum coin then.
Yes, as the day starts slowly progressing and day slowly comes to night. Zoram, you keep feeling the stone pulsing every 45 or so minutes. It just keeps pulsing to your side.
Has it gotten stronger?
Make a perception check.
That is perception +4. I don't know why I keep on forgetting what it is. It's 15.
All right. From what you can tell, as it's getting darker, it seems to be getting a little bit stronger in its vibration. Like ever so slightly.
That's not good.
Nothing Dude's good.
That's concerning.
Heh. So, what did I exactly pick off from that identify spell earlier, though? Like, it's just something when the calamity hit, and that's all?
It's something old, and it is something that has not been frequently heard of.
Okay.
Like, you don't really know what this is.
Okay.
In the meantime, can I challenge Nerm to an arm wrestle?
Niram, as you're like, just as you're about to sit down, you kind of hear, wait. Can we arm wrestle?
Well, they have disadvantage with strength checks.
I guess. Alright. I mean, I did kind of offer it to you. And he gets himself ready.
Grape said it was contested.
Normally you wouldn't have disadvantage on strength because of alcohol, but you pretty much are like one shot short of alcohol poisoning, so...
Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
Great. I'd like to try something.
What would you like to do?
I would like to see if the rock, within when it goes to vibrate, before it vibrates again, I'd like to put it on the table and wait for it to vibrate and see if it reacts into a certain way, like as if it's going to point in a certain direction or anything like that.
You put it on the table just as they're sitting down. It's like all of you see is he puts the familiar small domino-like token on the table, and you all pay no mind to it until you kind of hear a slight vibration from it.
You have mail. I wonder if I can spend a key point to get, No, I can't.
Well, I could start raging, but I'd rather not.
I don't think there's no... You'd push Ryoka through the table.
Just fucking slap
I
her.
mean...
It'd be funner to watch.
I have slow fall. Do you think that's gonna help me in an arm wrestle?
I don't think so. No, probably
So,
not.
Niram, as you sit with Ryoka, you put your arm up. She sits across from you and puts her arm up. You can see she's like wavering from left to right. And she's like, I got this. Don't worry about it.
Uh-oh.
Like, she's very visibly like hunched over. She's trying to keep her head up. Like, the most she could look at you is like this. And she has her hand in your large hand. And as it goes on, I need both of you to go ahead and make a... for this, I'll say go ahead and make a strength check.
Do I have disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay.
It's because you
Oh
can't
god.
really focus.
Uh-oh,
on
that's a natural 20.
No, I lost either way because I rolled an 8 and a 4.
Oh jeez, that's 23.
So, Ryoka, as you feel like your muscles tense and start pushing into his hand, Niram, you pretty much, without even thinking, just
Oh god.
and drive her hand into the table. And Ryoka, you don't even feel it. You're just sitting there like, huh, I lost. And almost like the Princess Bride with Inigo, you just...
Oh no! Oh no!
You just fall off to the side.
They're just laughing, suddenly stop.
Yeah. It's like Ryoka is like... No, that would be Vicini, yeah. It'd be Vicini. Is you're currently like, it's like, oh, I lost.
I just like to turn around, see Ryoka falling over. Niram, could you stop trying to kill Ryoka for 5 minutes?
Shut up and help me!
For 5 minutes, can you not be yourself?
Niram, you sit there mortified as Ryoka is currently on the floor. Just... There's a slow spittle of drool coming out from her mouth.
He's just having a fucking panic attack.
I feel like Zoro is just Shrek in this situation. For 5 minutes, can you not be yourself?
Wow.
The other patrons of the bar are looking concerned, but they're just like, another drink, please. As they're just watching all this happen.
I am way too sober to be dealing with this.
I am too sober. See, Ryoka didn't start a bar fight this time.
This time. Keyword is this time.
Well, at least there were no casualties yet.
Yet.
Mm.
But yeah, Neren would pick Ryoka up and probably just carry her to the ship where all the fucking passed out people go.
That'd be easy enough to do. You just like scoop her up, and she's pretty much dead weight at this point. But it's pretty easy to lift her up. You are a very heavy and very strong dragonborn. You just carry her back to the ship. You return about 12, 13 minutes later.
Is the stone reacting in any way, like to like a direction or anything like that?
Doesn't seem to be pointing in a direction. It just seems to vibrate.
I'm just trying to think here.
I don't even know where to go from here.
I can't believe we have 2 passed out people in our party.
I mean,
Well,
one is literally asleep.
Yeah, to be fair.
Stand up, and you said there was a table playing a card game, right?
Yeah, the card game's still going on, but it looks like it's near its end. It's been relatively silent. The guys have just been playing together.
Has there been any money involved?
From what you can tell, I mean, looks like they're just throwing copper pieces around.
All right. What did you say the tavern was called?
The Buck's Tap. Buckstapp.
Alright.
Buck's Tap.
With 2 P's?
2 P's, yes.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
As this is all coming to fruition, you actually see this tiefling is coming back downstairs. She's no longer wearing all the heavy cloak and everything else that she was wearing. You actually see she has what looks to be 1 axe to her side, and the rest of it just seems to be almost this stripped down leather armor. And she's just currently working her way down, and she takes a seat at the bar. She just seems to be in a relaxing mood now.
Rowan would once again give Zornum just, a light tap on the back, just like whisper, "Why does she have horns?"
Because she was born with them.
And you get a shrug in return.
Do you mean people are born with horns?
Right.
I'm just waiting for him to write.
Zoram, just as everything's like kind of going down, as everybody's walking through, you seem to notice there's like a little speck. It looks like a little speck of light. It's got sparked out from the stone. It was like almost like one of those little like throw pops, just like, and it just sparked and it vibrates.
Okay, sorry there. I was just waiting for the drill to stop for a moment so that we didn't like deafen everyone here. Did it go in a specific, like any specific direction?
No, it just vibrated.
But you said spark. You said like this.
You see a little spark of light.
What shape is the stone?
Like almost like a little bead, like that big. You just see a little bead.
I'm gonna pick it up.
The stone's about like that big. It's like a little domino. It's like that big.
I'm gonna pick it up and kind of palm it and kind of look it over, see if it's still, if anything has changed about it.
Make an Arcana check.
Woo, not bad. 26.
26. As you look around, you actually see one of the rooms seems to be faintly glowing, ever so faintly.
Is there seeming to be, if I move it around, does it seem to react in any way? Like if I move it around the room?
Not that you can notice.
Hmm.
But it seems to be correlated to, as it's getting darker and darker, and as the hours pass by, you've noticed it's been getting faintly like harder in its vibration.
Okay. What? I don't know if I asked this before, but what is exactly the rune for? Like, is it a rune for any specific school, or?
You don't know.
Okay.
I would have told you, but
Okay.
you honestly don't know.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, since I wasn't sure if I asked.
You had casted Detect Magic on this before, and you had detected magic coming from it, but it was like minute.
Okay. Just thinking here. This rock has now intrigued me. This shiny rock.
It's currently about like 8-ish o'clock from what you can tell. And the rain and thunder are starting to pick up a little bit more.
Okay. I'm just thinking here. Well, I'm actually gonna return to. I'm gonna pocket it, and I'm going to go back to who asked the question again about horns.
That would be Rowan. Rowan asked the question about horns and why the tiefling seemed to have
Just
horns.
like in a very low whisper. Rowan has never seen a tiefling before and is very freaked out at the moment.
Because they're a tiefling, and tieflings have horns, and people are born that way. Like, it's not that hard to understand why someone would have horns.
What the fuck is a tiefling?
That is tiefling.
I'll say for the nature of this, Zahiri, go ahead and make a perception check. That'll be 1d20 plus your wisdom.
Who? Rowan?
No? I didn't say Rowan. I said somebody else.
I didn't hear.
What's the command for the bot?
For the bot, go to either no mic or go to bot commands and type !roll 1d20 plus 0. So just roll a d20. So it looked like something like that.
Thanks.
Oof. Yeah, no. He's whispering enough to where you don't hear it. He seems, whatever insult you might have taken from this seems to be passing over you. You don't seem to hear it.
It's not that hard to understand. It's a tiefling, and that's how tieflings are.
We seeing the same thing?
Clearly, you've lived under a rock if you do not understand what the tiefling is.
Fucking hell! Aaron is the weirdest thing I've seen so far. And now you show me this. What? What? What's wrong with this world?
Zoro, from what you know, tieflings are actually pretty rare.
Yeah, but he's also very studious too, though. So like,
that's true.
So it's kind of like going in with him. Two
No, I understand that. I was just letting you know.
Okay. But it's like, I don't see how it's hard to understand. It's pretty normal. It's pretty normal for a tiefling to have horns. I'd be kind of worried if a tiefling didn't have horns.
Rowan just, gives up and just, sits down again, continuing to just stare at the tiefling with this mix of like curiosity and just terror.
Eventually, I'll say for the nature of this, Zahiri, due to your instincts and just your nature of being who you are, you feel someone is just staring at you, and it's starting to tick you off. Like you don't know who it is, but somebody is staring at you from behind your back. If you would like to do anything, you may, but currently you just have that feeling that you're being watched.
It's tempting to ignore.
As you see, as like you get a casual glance over her shoulder, and as she looks back at you, Rowan, like you try and avoid staring, but the more you do it, like the more your eyes just track her. So as you look to the right, your eyes are just glued on her. And Zahiri, as you look over, you see this very weird-looking half-elf currently just staring you down as he's trying to look away.
What is Zahiri doing currently?
She seems to be drinking. Like, very casual. It's like she's not drinking heavily, she's just casually drinking.
I'm going to walk over, just kind of, and just take a seat beside.
Okay. You walk over, and Zahiri, you see a rather large, almost copper-toned dragonborn just sit heavily beside you, look at you.
And I'm going to just I'm going to get a drink.
You hold it up, and eventually it's collected from you. It's going to cost you about another 2 silver.
Another 2 silver? I ain't barely paid anything. I haven't paid anything yet. I'll give them a gold piece and get some change since I only have gold pieces.
You boys and girls are always treating me so nicely, even though I've only met you today. And she puts it in the pouch underneath. Would you like to change?
Yes, please.
Certainly. And she gets you out about 8 silver pieces and slides them to you.
Thank you.
And she gives you a smile. Is there anything else for you? Can I get you boys dinner? You as well, miss. What can I get for you? She looks over to you here. All right. So, as nobody seems to answer the barkeep's question, she just kind of, okay. Let me know if you need anything.
All right. Thank you, miss.
As more hours seem to pass, it becomes like 9 o'clock, more patrons start coming in. There's about 17, 18 people in here, and they keep filing in. It gets a bit louder in here, but the storm is definitely chasing a couple of people inside. As you all wait there, and this tiefling seems to attract a couple of eyes, nobody really seems to have been used to seeing them around. But Zorm, you notice again, it's like another speck of light come from the stone.
So, what brought you out this way?
Work.
That seems to bring a lot of people out this way. But only work?
As you speak with this tiefling, it seems she's rather laconic. She doesn't really seem to speak all that much to you. But as you ask her the follow-up question, she really doesn't seem all that much into talking.
Oh god.
Jesus Christ! She doesn't seem all that much into talking. Scream!
For a second, I just imagined Zordon doing the sound. Like, he just opened his mouth and just...
That was so much time because I was going. I pushed down to talk, and then
Oh,
I was about to say something when that happened,
jeez.
and now I've lost my train of thought. Darn it.
During that awkward silence that apparently happens, Naren walks over to Zoram because he sees he's not at the table with the others, and he asks, "Hey, do you guys want something to eat? Because I'm gonna order some, so figured might as well ask."
I'm quite alright, Naram, thanks.
And
I'm gonna say this in Draconic to him.
Okay, and he looks over to Zahiri and, would you like something?
She kind of gives you a casual glance. Is there a response? Dream!
I'm good.
Alright.
Casual glance like, thank you, I'm good.
If you guys change your mind, feel free to say something, alright? And he goes back over to the others and asks them if they want anything for dinner. Or, well, just maybe a snack or something.
Niram, this is for the first time you actually see there seems to be a little speck of light coming from the stone that's currently on the table. And as it vibrates a little bit more.
I thought I said that Zoram pocketed it.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay. And I did not hear you when you must have cut out for me. I apologize.
It's okay.
As you pocket it, you almost feel the vibration again. It seems stronger. And you feel another, like, almost surge as it sparks in your pocket. And it's just about 9:30.
So yeah, now the question to any of the present party members, does anyone want something to eat?
Clyde lifts up his hand being like, I'll take something, please.
Do you know how to
Oh,
cook?
look at the dad of the party going out making sure all the kids are fed. Damn, he's good. Damn, he's good.
But yeah.
Rowan just talks from the side of his mouth, not looking away from the teeth. Eggs? Do you know how to make eggs?
Egg.
Well, first off, I thought of ordering something from the bar because, you know.
Does the bar have eggs?
I can ask.
It might be a breakfast item, though.
Why do I feel?
We'll see.
Hold on.
As this question is happening, Theron, you feel the rock vibrating, and it doesn't stop.
I'm going to take it out and take a look at it.
And you take it out. You look and you see all 3 of the runes on it are completely lit, and the rock itself is vibrating in your hand. And it's strong enough to where even your hand is starting to shake with it.
Okay, this is happening. Okay, yeah, yeah. I'm just quickly start leaving. I'm just gonna start leaving.
Yeah, as you pull it out and start walking away with it, you feel this vibration, And as it almost comes to a crescendo, you see is almost like a small spark of darkness and expands and encompasses you. Suddenly, everybody in the tavern watches as a shroud of darkness, and nobody can see anything.
Oh no.
Oh, damn it!
You hear
I can't read the
people
menu.
start panicking, like, "Oh shit! What the fuck?" And suddenly, you watch as this small orb of blackness just detonates from Zoran. As the darkness fades about like a minute later,
I'm
you
like
see
leaving the
two very confused-looking figures in what seem to be spiked black armor, currently standing in the middle of the tavern, looking around confused. Right beside Zoram, as they currently both figures are just looking at each other, looking at the bar, looking at Zoram and the rock in his hand. You hear a very unfamiliar language come out from one of them. And that's where we'll end today's session.
Oh god. These guys legit just fucking popped in. Look at him. You got a clue what we were called? No. Fucking Jesus Christ.
I just want a shiny rock.
Of course you wanted a shiny rock. But that's the problem. Shiny rock is always evil.
No.
Always.
Before we end today's session, I'll just go over what exactly you guys saw. You guys saw the two figures, both of them wearing what looked to be a heavy black metal armor that seemed to have spikes protruding from the shoulder guards and from the arm greaves. You also see that most of it seems to be covered in, all the joints are covered in what looks to be a brownish black leather. Most of it seems purple around the fringes. And from what you can see, none of the skin on these individuals is showing. But they currently, from what you can tell, look very confused by their demeanor.
We're both like, Nanny, though, what?
And you guys are currently missing one vegan, or one Volus and Ryoka. As all of you are just standing there as two figures up here.
Just for context, this was literally just Narum standing there with the menu of the tavern in hand, just looking through. Oh, that sounds pretty neat, you know. And then suddenly,
suddenly everything just goes black.
And he's like, "Ah, fuck."
Who turned off the light?
I feel like someone who is drinking heavily just screams, "My eyes!" Like,
My eyes!
Like they think that they've drinking so much that they've literally gone blind. There's like
Yeah,
one
see
person
that.
in the corner.
I've been blinded and I can't see anymore.
Zoram.
So it seems today something has been somewhat accomplished.
Zoram picks up.
You have seemingly met some sort of a bounty hunter-esque tiefling who is very laconic, carrying a bag of what seems to be bleeding whatever it is trophies. You've managed to turn in the quest and piss off a couple of guards, and Ryoka scores a date which he most likely won't show up for.
That poor dude.
Rowan's first impression of a tiefling is not very good.
Rowan's first impression in general is not very good.
Yeah, like the first thing he sees is just this figure with a bag of bleeding whatever that is confirmed to be the rests of, whoever they killed, as well as seeing horns on a person, which is very odd for him. So he's just very freaked out.
I need to get comprehend languages.
I think I have comprehend languages.
I still need to get that.
Oh god, I just realized something. If I had even lower intelligence, I could have gone with the excuse of Nerim is too stupid to
no,
realize
wait, I
what
don't.
racism is.
Oh my goodness.
And him just being completely oblivious to it.
Well, here's what I will say. At least it didn't happen in the sewer, and it happened in a crowd full of people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rowan is not racist. He's just very.
No, Rowan is just drunk off his ass.
No,
So-
Rowan didn't. Rowan has not touched alcohol.
Well,
Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
touched
You're
it.
implying that this thing could have gone off in the sewer?
Well, apparently.
Excuse me? I need a what?
Well, you saw what it did.
That would have been
So
fun.
if you had waited in the sewers and you had spent until about the same time, it might have happened there. All you know is at least, hey, it didn't happen in the sewers, right?
We now have to find the
So good.
edgelords.
Oh man. Oh no.
Oh, jeez.
Change the gold bars for freaking
Okay.
gold coins so I can.
Other than that, while we end it there, I will say to those of you in the party, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's session. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please ping me, DM me, do whatever. Just I would love to hear it, and I really want to hear it if it's a comment or concern. If anything else, again, I hope you guys enjoyed. To those of you in the stream, I'm not sure if I can reach you or if he's muted himself yet.
No,
But,
no, I'm still unmuted. And everything.
He lives. It's
Yes.
alive.
No, I generally like for your outro. I still wait here, and
You wait.
and so you can say your final piece,
Oh,
and after
thank
that
you,
I
thank
generally
you.
like do like the end of stream stuff. That is not
Straight up, I
affiliated with
summoned Daedra.
God.
But otherwise, those of you in the stream, I look forward to hopefully seeing you guys again. Perhaps you enjoyed the session as hopefully these guys did. We normally will come back here next Saturday about the same time. That would be 8 o'clock for European time, German Standard, I believe. It
Well,
would be 6
Central
o'clock.
European. Yeah.
Oh, Central European, thank you. It should be about 6 o'clock, I think, for Spanish, or for
Same
yeah,
time
for
for
both.
Spanish.
Yeah, same time. All right, so 8 o'clock for the Spaniards. We then have for our American watchers, you'll have just about 2 o'clock to 2:30 Eastern Standard Time, about 3 to 4 Mountain, and then about I believe, or sorry, not 3 or 4, but about 1 to 12 Mountain Standard Time, and then we have Pacific Standard Time. I believe should be 12 or 11:30. I believe. Game, am I wrong?
Well, 11 to 12, wouldn't it be like that? I think it's like
Yeah,
2
Game
hours
should know
from
this, but I
Eastern.
think she left anyway. Oof. Breaks
My
my heart.
microphone has been muted. Yeah, 11 o'clock is about right.
Yeah. But otherwise, look forward to seeing you guys there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And if that's all, ciao for now.
Probably.
Okay. Thanks to Grape again. I am completely enamored with this campaign, and I am super grateful that I was just allowed to jump on like this. And yeah, as he said, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for hanging out, having fun. Hope you enjoyed it. In case you didn't, sorry. Can't really change a lot about it, but like, well, in case you did enjoy it, like, feel free to jump in here next Saturday. And other than that, yeah, that's pretty well it from my side. In case, like, I'm gonna do like a wee bit of plugging here for two things. Number one, hey, in an unspecified time in the future, there's gonna be a Kingdom Hearts randomizer race between me and David, whose Twitch channel is Dumex Super Mario. Let me just. Sorry, I am not the quickest typer. But yeah, in case you ever wanna like, well, I'm gonna make announcements about that anyway again. But like, in case you wanna check that out when that's happening, like, follow him. Keep an eye out on maybe like social media or like the Discord server in case you're there. I'll probably make some announcement. And yeah. And the second plug. Speaking of David, and also I think Zon's been here. I don't know if any of the others are there, but later today there's gonna be a second campaign which you might want to watch. And I'm probably gonna host them. So at that point I will probably make like an announcement on the Discord server. And yeah, I hope you have fun with Zon DMing and David, Aiden, and Nova being part of that session. I've been watching the first session and it's been a heck of a lot of fun to watch. So yeah, I hope that you like drop a follow there as well. I'm not gonna join. It's more that I just enjoy this session. And hey, what do you mean you're not good enough anymore? Quite the opposite. I think your campaign is the most fun that I've been part of. To be fair though, you're also the first, like your campaign's the first one where I've been part of as a player. Well, second. Oh no, that was like quite simultaneous. Close enough anyway. But yeah, great. I've had immeasurable fun with your campaign up to this point. But yeah, in case you wanna just watch more D&D today, I guess it's gonna be a bit later from what I gathered. It's gonna be in a couple hours, but at that point I will start hosting them on my channel as well. But yeah, that's I think that's it. So thanks for hanging out. Oh wait, shit. Fuck, one thing. Almost forgot that. Would have closed the stream down. That was kind of dumb. There are archives of this campaign on YouTube. And just as a like warning, they're all unedited streams, so don't expect any fancy like supercuts or anything. Not my cup of tea. I've tried it and it failed horribly. And I'm probably never gonna edit. It's gonna be literally what happened on stream. But hey, if you want to check it out, let me just nab the playlist. And I will like in case you want to check out the current for some reason I was not smart enough to start streaming the sessions from number 1. I started at session 4, but I titled the streams according to the sessions that were recorded. So session number 1 is not actually session 1 of this campaign. It's just session 1 of what I've streamed. So if there's some context missing, I'm sorry. Oh, don't worry about it, Zon. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. I understand if you're if you're occupied. But yeah, the one thing I wanted to say is like this person over there, the one who's typing, they're also DMing. Go check them out. And yeah, if you wanna rewatch some of the older sessions or anything, here you go. Here's a YouTube playlist. For God's sake, I can't believe I've done this. But yeah, I hope you had a fun time, and see you guys and gals and non-binary pals, because yay. Jesus Christ, that was bad. See ya.